People who still don't think that microaggressions are a problem?
Oh, you're so well spoken.
Just imagine, instead of being a stupid comment, a microaggression is a mosquito bite.
Ugh, it's a compliment.
Mosquito bites and their itch are one of nature's most annoying features. But if you're only bitten every once in a while,
No, where are you really from?
Cleveland?
sure, it's annoying, but it's not that big a deal. The problem is that some people get bitten by mosquitoes a lot more than other people. I mean, a lot more. Whether it's on a date,
Oh, your English is so good.
Excuse me?
going grocery shopping,
You know, everything happens for a reason.
I'm just buying apples.
commuting to work,
So when are you gonna have a baby?
watching TV,
We have to keep the Redskins' name. It's part of our culture and history.
or just walking down the street with your partner.
I couldn't even tell you were gay.
Mosquitoes seem to pop up everywhere.
Do you know John? Give me shopping advice. I love Cher too.
And getting bit by mosquitoes every goddamn day,
Can I touch your hair?
multiple times a day,
Pretty, can
Can I touch it, please?
Can I please?
is fucking annoying. And makes you want to go ballistic on those mosquitoes, which seems like a huge overreaction to people who only get bit every once in a while.
It's just a mosquito bite. Who cares?
Just another angry black woman.
Of course, beyond just being annoying, some mosquitoes carry truly threatening diseases that can mess up your life for years.
Astrophysics? Maybe you should try less challenging, Major.
Ow, my dreams.
And other mosquitoes carry strains that can even kill you.
He looked like he was up to trouble, okay? I felt threatened.
So next time you think someone's overreacting, just remember, some people experience mosquito bites all the time.
You're all so exotic. Wow.
And by mosquito bites, we mean microaggressions.
So my immediate reaction is that that's really disrespectful on so many levels, whether you're a woman, whether we're talking about race. I feel really offended that he would say something like that as a person of color. And I think that we should have a conversation with this student to teach him how you're supposed to treat a lady and how you talk about ladies, especially as a person of color. That's never allowed. That's very disrespectful.
All humans, so you should love someone if they're black, if they're Mexican, if they're Native American. It doesn't matter what the race is, we're human. So that's insulting that he said that.
All I can say is wow. That was really racist and offensive to all black girls. Discriminating them from white girls and black girls, saying they're not the same, even though all people are the same. Yeah, that was a really stupid thing that came out of his mouth, and I don't think you should ever say that again, because that was just really dumb and offensive to all black girls. I don't have much to say, but wow.
Why would someone say that? Like, oh my god, this is so terrible. Oh my goodness. Like, the whole thing is nasty, but the fact that he said that is terrible.
I don't think that should have ever happened. Makes me kind of angry a bit. Very inappropriate.
I think that, well, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's not good, that's what I'm gonna say, but maybe that was just his opinion on black girls. Like, maybe he just thinks they're not attractive, maybe he took it in a joking way, or maybe he was serious, because if he was talking about it that way, I don't think he would just randomly bring that up. It's not something that just pops up in conversations. It's not random. It has to have placement in your mind. So if he was talking about that, he must have really thought black girls were unattractive, which I personally do not agree with. But other than that, maybe he was joking. Maybe he did. Maybe he was just talking that way because he was flirting with her. But I don't think that he was joking if he spoke that spontaneously about that.
Did he say that? I mean, did he say that out loud for everyone to laugh at? This was in our community. This didn't say anything. I don't know, I feel There's disappointment. I feel a sense of anger. I am also confused as to. I'm also embarrassed because I'm assuming that might have been a student that I taught and a student who came through our system and a fellow member of the community. I don't know. I'm just really kind of. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm just getting really ticked off about it, actually. And I also feel resilience that our work isn't done yet. It's not even close. Did everybody laugh at that comment? I'm not going to let it get me down too much because you hear stories like this and you realize that our work isn't through yet. And it might not be. We might not see results tomorrow. We might not see results next week, but I'm hoping that my son, who's 4 years old, never have to hear something like that, or certainly maybe his children also, where this becomes finally a thing of the past.
I would say that the community should put more effort into talking to those students and telling them what's wrong, because right now we're at a stage of being really immature and they think everything is funny. So I would like the teachers to talk more to us about what's going on and what we should do, and that our feelings are correct and that we should be feeling this way, because the students obviously don't care because they're in this little safe bubble at St. Anthony. So I want them to show us the harsh truth.
Even though we're in Minnesota, I feel like St. Anthony's is like this little bubble where they're like protected and safe, and the majority of St. Anthony is white people, and I guess they've really never been aware of the racism that's been going around the community lately. And I don't want to bash white people because of their kids or because of the way they act naturally, because it's not their fault, that's the way they were raised. But I really just want to see people like understand what's coming out of their mouth and like think before they speak, because it's not right for them to make other people feel unwanted, especially in a school that says all wrong.
Okay, so thinking about the story of the girl and the boy and all that happening, that was wrong. And I know how hurtful it can be to be told that you're not going to be loved, and it's just bad how kids act these days, because if you go back to when it was like, I don't know, back in 2008 or something, kids were all, cool, but now they're just rude and mean and hurtful and stereotypeful, and it's just not good. I get that sometimes that's how kids are raised, but sometimes if someone tries to confront them about it, they need to understand that it's wrong. Not just like shake their head, turn away, forget about it the next day. And it's because what is that going to do for you in life? So what I'd like to see change would probably be the kids' attitudes towards stereotypes and all this other stuff like discrimination and things like that, because the way they see it is, oh, it's another problem in the world, let's just forget about it, it's not our problem right now, we're still kids, we don't have anything towards this. But they do. They are the next generation. They are going to be the adults to come, and really when they're just blowing it off until later, it's like that's not gonna do anything for you. That's like blowing your homework off. Then you get pushed back a grade, and so really you need to pay attention, because this is not right for you to be sitting there pushing it off, waiting till later, because later will come faster than you think. So yeah, you need to pay attention to what people are trying to tell you, because it will come around later and then later again, and you're just gonna sit there, push it off to later, and then when later slaps you in the face and there isn't gonna be a later, where are you gonna be? What are you gonna do?
as a community, I want to see the adults sugarcoat things less in the school, like staff. Things are really sugarcoated, and if that just went down, that would be really nice. And if they let the kids who always are trying to make a difference be a part of what they do, because most of the time we don't believe what they do because we're never there seeing it happen. And we want to focus a lot, me personally actually, I want to focus a lot on the youth instead of adults, like kids my age.
Just in general, everything that's been happening throughout this entire year and from last year I wasn't really open-minded as I am this year, so I wasn't really aware of everything that's happening. But this summer I educated myself on everything that's going on in my school, the world, and in my community. And then I got this mindset and I came to school and then I started noticing everything that's been happening. And like the little microaggressions, little stereotypes, little jokes passed around, like they offend me, they offend other people too. And like when like you make like gay jokes, offends me. I'm not part of the LGBT community, but that offends me. When you make the race jokes, so when you make the black people jokes, that offends me because I am of color. When you make any, like, just any offensive jokes that truly offend people, that's not okay. And you might think that it's the smallest thing, but what you need to take into consideration is that it's gonna hurt someone. Like, don't just be like, oh, it was just a joke, because it doesn't matter if it was just a joke. It's just a joke that hurt someone.
So I just want every girl to know out there that when a guy says disgusting and disrespectful things, that it's their problem. Don't ever let it hit your heart. That's something that they have to deal with. You need to walk around confident and happy in your skin and knowing how beautiful you are. So when people are negative, that's their energy, and you walk around and keep your head up high because you're beautiful. Beautiful.
Beauty is a natural thing, original thing, and a mysterious thing. Raise up my voice and sing. I thank the Lord for a beauty queen, 'cause your black is beautiful. Beauty from my own. Baby, your black is beautiful.